We have Brother Amr, inshallah, is next.
Look at Amr's face.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الصلاة والسلام على آله وصحبه أجمعين السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Today I will be talking about Sayyidina An-Noor alayhi salam. People didn't know where was he born because it was a very long time, but scientists are trying to find out. And Noor alayhi salam was one of the believers that only believed in the law with no partners. But he was trying to help the kafir to convert to Muslim, but they wouldn't listen. They will usually cover their ears and close their eyes and get away from me. That was Noah kept saying it, but they never listened. The poor people the poor people they listened to Noah alayhi salam, but the rich and power they didn't believe it. And then 950 years later, Allah answered him and then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, "You did well." And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, I will give them the kafir a good punishment for the kafirun. So Nuh alayhi salam commanded him to make a big ship. Then he used special kinds of wood, and the angels they helped him, and it took 1 week to make it. And then they put all of the animals, insects, and the believers. And then it was starting to rain like you never seen before. Like right now, if it was raining, it would be nothing like the one in the centuries ago. So they made a ship, and it was raining like oceans around the world. Nobody can believe it. Then all of the insects and the mu'mineen and the food and the animals they were in the ship. Then the kafir they said, sorry, I want to be mu'mineen, but it was too late for them. So they ended up they were trying to follow the ship, and then they ended up dying in the water. Then everything became the water dried out and nothing, and then the mu'mineen and the animals and the insects, they lived happily ever after. Jazakallah khair.
Takbir. I again would like to remind the brothers, inshallah, to try to have some respect for the brothers who are up here, and keep the side conversations to a minimum. Next, inshallah, we have Brother Ahmed. Let's not keep this as a usual thing, because we have a limited amount of time. People would like to eat.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today, my name is Ahmed Kungar, and today I would like to talk about Sayyidina Nuh alayhi salam. Many years after Prophet Adam alayhi salam passed away, there were many people who were believing in Allah, but soon people started worshiping but soon people started worshiping idols, and they went after good people who lived in the past, such as Wadden. People also be starting to eat, drink, do some be stuff to the poor people, you name it. And when that happens, as you know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not like that at all. He said a good person named Noah alayhi salam. Not much is known, there's nothing known about the time period between when Noah was born till he first received his prophethood. When Noah received his prophethood, as mentioned in Surah 71, Noah, he mentioned about the mysteries of the earth, he mentioned the mysteries of the universe, daytime, nighttime, the heavens, and then after that, people were separated to two groups. Those words touched the hearts of the poor, weak people, and students of hearts, while the rich, elite, and strong people just put that aside. Put what Noah said aside. Noah kept preaching secretly and openly. But anytime he said, and I to Noah, Noah said that all my people, really I am a warner to you. So please worship Allah, fear Him, and obey me, and ask the Almighty for forgiveness, and you'll be safe for a fixed time. And when the time finishes, you cannot push it forward. But anytime he said that, people would just run away. Whenever he asked for forgiveness, they just stick their ears and just ran. The alien said, Noah, people who are weak and poor only follow you. Listen, if you want us to believe in you, then dismiss your believers. This is no faith they are weak and poor while we're idiot and strong. No faith could include us both, which was mentioned in the Quran. But Noah knew there was. But Noah said in a gentle way, I can't dismiss my believers. They're not guests, it's kept the law. Noah kept preaching day and night for 950 years. One day Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that nobody will believe him anymore. Noah felt depressed. Noah felt depressed, and then he prayed for the disbelievers. Then the case was closed, and Noah was commanded to build an ark, which is a very big boat. An angel decided to help him. Angels helped him, and Allah gave him instructions. Well, anytime the disbelievers come, they'll be laughing, saying, ha ha ha. Why are you building a boat in far away? Either you're going to drag it or the wind's going to carry for you. But Noah said, keep laughing. You will be laughing soon, and then soon there were clouds appearing in the sky. And this guy, Noah, which started right after Noah's house overflowed. And then Allah helped him gather every last male and female animal, somebody said that, as for the number of believers, somebody said that there were 72 believers. One other said that there were 80. Others say that there was only 10. Noah's wife and son, who was named Yam, were not believers. And then cracks, not one crack, and then there was not a crack where water did not flow from. And then there came a flood, and for the first time, the earth was submerged. Yam climbed up to the highest mountain and said, Noah, don't worry, Noah, I'll be safe here. And then Noah said, and this day, nobody will be safe, except for the believers. Liam did not listen, and then soon he drowned. And then after many days and nights of nothing but rain, and more rain, the ark landed on a mountain which is known as Judy. Those people disembarked the boat with the animals. Noah lit a fire and everyone sat around it. Light of fire had been forbidden on the boat, that not to burn the ship's wood. Following the day of debarkation, there was a day of fasting and thanks to Allah. No one knows for sure what happened to the people after Noah died. For all we know is that Noah said to his son to believe in Allah. Lord, that's all we know from now. That's all we knew, and that's all we know for now. Jazakallah khairan. Assalamu alaikum.
Takbir. Takbir. I don't want you people to fall asleep because the children are speaking. And again, I please remind you to give them the respect, and please keep your voices down if you're talking. Next, inshallah, we'll have Brother Ridwan. While Brother Ridwan, inshallah, giving his speech, would like to pass the box, and we'd like, inshallah, to get your help in getting the, inshallah, the prizes for them today. So, Brother Ridwan, come up. Whatever you put in here, inshallah, will be put towards the whatever we're gonna give the kids today. So, jazakumullah khair. If everybody puts $5, we'll be able to cover everything that we need. Jazakumullah khair.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Radwan. Today I'll talk about Nuh alayhi salam. After Adam alayhi salam passed away, there was a prophet named Nuh alayhi salam. The people of that time forgot to worship Allah. They worship idols. The believers believed that Allah is their God, so Allah made Nuh alayhi salam their prophet. Nuh alayhi salam is the second prophet in history of Islam. The people of Nuh alayhi salam told the people to worship Allah, but they didn't listen. The weak and the poor people believed that Allah, and they accepted Nuh alayhi salam message. Then the rich people laughed at him and laughed at Nuh alayhi salam and kicked him and stuff. 950 years later, Nuh alayhi salam and his people Nuh alayhi salam asked Allah for help, and Allah helped him and told him to build a ship. So Nuh alayhi salam and his believers built a ship. The ship was 3 layers. The ship was 3 levels. Then one day the sky turned dark and the people were scared. So Nuh alayhi salam and the believers were on the ship, and he invited the animals. All the people died except for the Nuh alayhi salam and believers. They left happily after. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Takbir. 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 La hawla wa la quwwata. Wallah, this is free. I'm not gonna charge you. You gain 10 rewards every time you say Allahu Akbar. Actually, Brother Adwan was supposed to be the last. I made a mistake. I couldn't see differentiate between the 4 and the 9, so I do apologize. And thus, inshallah, we will go back and be Brother Tanweer. Spelled Tanvir, but it's Tanweer. It's Tanweer. From Noor. From the word Noor in Arabic is Tanweer. Do I have to give you a lecture now? Okay, brothers, again, please make sure that you keep it down. The brothers trying to concentrate. Jazakumullah khair.
Assalamu alaikum. Today I would like to talk about Nuh alayhi wasallam. Nuh alayhi wasallam was the second prophet after Adam alayhi wasallam. After Adam alayhi wasallam had grandchildren and great-grandchildren, there were lots of people on earth. Many obeyed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but some did not obey him, and they kept doing whatever they wanted. Then Allah chose Nuh alayhi wasallam, a good man, to tell the people to the people that what they were doing was wrong. But they did not listen to him, and they kept doing bad things. That made Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala very unhappy. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decided that the people that kept doing bad things should be punished. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told Nuh alayhi wasallam to build a big ark near his house. So he got busy. So he got busy choosing good woods and made it up into a fine ark. When he finished building the big ark, he put some good foods and collected all the good peoples. And all the good peoples brought two kind of different animals with them. One day, all of a sudden, the clouds turned very dark and it started to rain. First it rained lightly, and then it got more and more heavily. So it got more and more heavily. More and more heavily. The bad people were not laughing anymore. They were frightened because they didn't have any shelters from the water. All the good peoples were safe and dry. Jazakallah khair.
Takbir. Takbir. MashaAllah. Next, inshallah, and I do appreciate the fact that you are moving sort of fast, because people unfortunately are concerned with food, as you all know. So Brother Tanweer was next. We have Brother Abid Khan. So brothers, again, I keep reminding you that there is too much noise. So please keep it down, Jazakumullah khair. You're supposed to give them the respect, because they're Abid Khan. Because they're still doing, this is part of a lecture. So you need to give them the respect like you do to any sheikh. So Jazakumullah khair, keep the noise down, Jazakumullah khair.
Assalamu alaikum. Today I will be talking about Prophet Nuh alayhi salam. Long time ago, after Prophet Adam alayhi salam passed away,
generations later, people started to worship idols again. Allah was really mad at them. So he chose a really good man from their tribe, and his name was Noor. Noor alayhi salam always advised them to worship Allah alone. But they didn't listen. He tried and tried, but no one listened except the poor ones, and the rich ones didn't even care. Fine, he tried his best, and in Surah number 71, Nuh, he told Allah, قال رب إني دعوت قومي ليلا ونهارا. My Lord, I have invited my people to the truth day and night. In the next ayah, number 6, is said, فَلَمْ يَزِدْهُمْ دُعَائِي إِلَّا فِرَارًا. But my invitations increased them, not except in flight. So Allah told Nuh alayhi salam that he did good, and he will bring a big punishment to the people that didn't listen to him and believe him. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told Nuh alayhi salam told Nuh alayhi salam to build a really, really big ship with the other believers. So he did just that, and while he was doing it, the people that walked by or passed by, they were laughing at him, and they were saying, "Why are you building a ship so far away in the middle of the desert? Is the wind going to carry it for you, or is it just gonna walk there?" Nuh alayhi salam and the other believers didn't listen to them because they knew that it was Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's orders. So they built it and they were done. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered Nuh alayhi salam to get a pair of male and female of every animals and insects. So he did that and told him to take everybody in the boat. He also told Nuh alayhi salam to have enough, to get enough food for a long time. So he did that. And then the clouds started to get dark, and it suddenly started to rain hard out of nowhere. And then a big flood came. Nuh alayhi salam and everybody went in the ship. The people that didn't believe, they got scared, but they saw the mountains, and they said, if we go to the mountains, nothing will happen. So everybody went to the mountain, and then the flood went higher and higher until it reached the mountain. Nuh alayhi salam told his son, "You still have one more chance to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala," but he didn't. So everybody drowned, and Nuh alayhi salam and all the animals and people were saved on the ship. Later on, the flood was getting lower and lower, and the ship landed on the ground. Then everybody got out, and that's how it is. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum.
Takbir. There's a lot of noise in in one of the corners. So brothers, please, I beg of you. I'm not gonna call names. So brother, just keep it down because they need to concentrate. You need to contribute to them doing the best they can. Jazakumullah khair. And with your cooperation, we'll get done inshallah so you can eat. The tea station that Saleh created actually gave us too much noise. So jazakallah khair. I think you should have hold off a little longer. But anyhow, inshallah, it's brother Muhammad.
Assalamualaikum. I'm here to talk about the story of Prophet Noor alayhi salam. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Noor alayhi salam was the first messenger of the earth. He was also one of the 5 highest messengers of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He lived about 4,500 years before our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Before Noor, there were Salihin people, there were Muttaqeen, people who used to worship Allah. And part of those people were 5 high scholars who worshipped Allah. But when they died, the people wanted to respect them, so they built a dome around their graves. Then the next generation they started building idols around their graves. The next generation they started slaughtering for them. The next generation they started worshipping them. So Allah sent Noor. Noor stayed with his people 950 years. As Allah said in the Quran, وَلَقَدْ أَرْسَلْنَا نُوحًا إِلَىٰ قَوْمِهِ فَلَبِثَ فِيهِمْ أَلْفَ سَنَةٍ إِلَّا 50 عَامًا. So Noor stayed with his people 950 years. And also Muhammad said that Noor fasted all his life. There were people complaining that Ramadan's 1 month and we're fasting in the hot summer. Noor alayhi salam was fasting for 950 years in the desert in the hot sun, while we are fasting under the air conditioning. So we should be thankful to Allah. Now back to the subject. So Noor, he was trying to make the people worship Allah and come back to worshiping Allah and not the idols. But he complained to Allah that they would not accept. They didn't accept. So Noor complained he complained to Allah, يا رب إني دعوت قومي ليلا ونهارا فلم يزدهم دعائي إلا فرارا وإني كلما دعوتهم لتغفر لهم جعلوا أصابعهم في آذانهم واستغشوا ثيابهم وأصروا واستكبروا استكبارا. This means that when Noor said to Allah, every time I try to make da'wah for them, they run away from me. And sometimes they put their fingers in their ears and put their clothes over their faces. They don't even want to see me. So then about 900 years, Allah ordered Noor to plant palm trees. Allah ordered Noor to plant palm trees. So when the people came by, they said that he used to make dua to them in their public places, in their private places. They did dawah for them in their markets. But then they said to Noor, "Ya Noor, if you want us to believe in you, or all the people that believe in you, or the poor people, or the low class people?" But Noor said, well, this is what Allah wants from them. He doesn't care about your wealth. He only cares how much iman you have. He only looks in your heart. He doesn't care about wealth. So then people said to him, if you don't stop, we will stone you. We will stone you. So then Noah said to Allah, I've been making da'wah for them day and night, but they wouldn't accept. So then, 900 years, Allah told them to plant palm trees. So when the people passing by, they make a fun of, oh haha, Noor is planting palm trees. Yeah, Noor, are you prophet or are you farmer? But Noor said, you actually making fun of me, but we're actually making fun of you, because you do not know the plan of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So then Allah stopped. So between 900 years and 950 years, Allah stopped the woman to have babies, because He did not want to kill them. He did not want to destroy the innocent. He only wanted to destroy the kafirin. So then Allah ordered Noah to cut the palm trees and make an ark. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent Jibreel to teach him how to make the ark. So when he finished the ark, Allah told him to bring every kind too, males and females. So Allah made the tigers, the lions, and the wolves next to the cows, the deers, and the sheep. Allah made all the animals friends. SubhanAllah, how Allah made all the animals friends. So then Allah said to Noah, when you see water coming out of your oven, then destruction has started. So when he went to the oven and he saw water coming out of it, he quickly said to his believers to come with me to the ark. So when they finished carrying the ark, Allah ordered the sky to give rain and the earth to give water. So then it started raining heavily and they started moving. So then he saw his son running away from the water. And when he came to his son, Allah explained the discussion between Noah and his son. Allah said in the Quran, قال يا بني اركب معنا ولا تكن مع الكافرين قال سآوي إلى جبل يعصمني من الماء قال لا عاصم اليوم من أمر الله إلا ما رحم وحال بينهما الموج فكان من المغرقين. This means that Noah said to his son that, my son, ride with us, don't be with the kafirin. But his son said, no, I will climb the mountain and the mountain will protect me from the water. But Noah said to him, nobody is protected from the will of Allah unless He has mercy on him. So while in the middle of the talking, the wave became between Noah and his son had drowned. So then some scholars said that the boat was on water for 40 days. And then Allah ordered the sky to stop raining and ordered the earth to swallow the water, to suck the water. So then the ark landed on a mountain called Judi. Then Noah said to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ya Allah, you promised me to save my family. Allah said, Ya Noah, he's not your family, he's kafirin. Your family are the people of Iman, your family is the believers. So, since Noah, after that time, we have been coming. Noah is the second father of humanity. Adam is the first father of humanity, and Noah is the second father of humanity. Since he destroyed all the people, we came from Noah and his family.
Takbir. Takbir. I do appreciate that the noise level kind of went down. And we have, inshallah, the last two contestants. We have Brother Hamza, inshallah, is next.
السلام عليكم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Prophet Nuh was one of the prominent prophets whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent to guide his people to his path. that of monotheism. Ibn Abbas narrated that Rasulullah said, the period between Adam and Nuh was 10 centuries. Therefore, Nuh was born some 1,000 years after Adam's creation. For many generations, the people of Nuh were worshipping idols they called God. They believed that these gods would bring them good, protect them from evil, and provide all their needs. They also gave their idols names such as Wad, Suwa, Yagud, Ya'uq, and Nas. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Holy Quran, وَقَالُوا لَا تَذْرُنَّ آلِيَتَكُمْ وَلَا تَذْرُنَّ وَدًّا وَلَا سُوَاعًا وَلَا يَغُوثَ وَيَعُوقَ وَنَسْرًا, which means, and the idolater said, never leave your gods, and never leave Wad, Suwa, Yagud, Ya'uq, and Nasr. Originally, these were the names of very good people who have lived among them. Ibn Abbas explained, following the death of those righteous men, Shaitan inspired those people to erect statues of them. They did this, but these statues were not worshipped until the coming generations. Later generations did not even know why they had been erected. All they knew was that their parents worshipped them, so they followed their evil path. Since they had no understanding of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who would punish them for their evil deeds, they became cruel and immoral. Nuh was the only intellectual not caught in the whirlpool of man's destruction, caused by polytheism. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, out of His mercy, sent His messenger Nuh to guide His people. To guide His people to the correct path. He pointed out the mysteries of life and the wonders of the universe. He pointed out how the night is regularly followed by the day, and the balance between these two opposites is designed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for our own good. The contest between the polytheist and Nuh continued. First, they accused him of being just a mere human like themselves. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Holy Quran, إِنَّا أَرْسَلْنَا نُوحًا إِلَىٰ قَوْمِهِ أَنْ أَنذِرْ قَوْمَكَ مِنْ قَبْلِ أَنْ يَأْتِيَهُمْ عَذَابٌ عَلِيمٌ قَالَ يَا قَوْمِ إِنِّي لَكُمْ نَذِيرٌ مُبِينٌ أَنِ اعْبُدُوا اللَّهَ وَاتَّقُوهُ وَأَطِيعُونِ يَغْفِرْ لَكُم مِّن ذُنُوبِكُمْ وَيُؤَخِّرْكُمْ إِلَىٰ أَجَلٍ مُّسَمًّى إِنَّ أَجَلَ اللَّهِ إِذَا جَاءَ لَا يُؤَخَّرُ لَوْ كُنتُمْ تَعْلَمُونَ, which means, indeed we send Nuh to his people, saying, warn your people before there comes to them a painful punishment. He said, O my people, I am a clear warner. Worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, fear Him and obey me, for He will forgive all of your sins. He explained to them that there cannot have been more than one God. He told them about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's glorification of man, how He had created them and provided them with sustenance. The people listened to Him in silence. His words were a shock to the stagnated minds, as it is to a shock to a person asleep under a ceiling which is about to collapse. They are vigorously awakened. They may become alarmed, or they may become angry, although the aim was to only save them. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Holy Quran, وَقَالُوا لَا تَذْرُنَّ آلِهَتَكُمْ وَلَا تَذْرُنَّ وَدًّا وَلَا سُوَاعًا وَلَا يَغُوثَ وَيَعُوقَ وَنَسْرًا وَلَا تَزِدِ الظَّالِمِينَ إِلَّا ضَلَالًا مما خطيئات مغرق فادخل نارا فلم يزدهم دعاء إلا فرارا. Close meaning to that is, Nuh continued appealing to his people day after day, day after day, month after month, and year after year. He warned them and called them to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala day and night, publicly and secretly. Whenever he urged them to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive them for their evil deeds, they put their fingers in their ears and covered themselves with their garments in refusal. An-Noor alayhi salam saw that the number of believers was not increasing, although the number of disbelievers was. He was very sad for his people, but he never reached the point of despair. There came a day where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed to him where no more would believe. At which point, Nuh alayhi salam started to pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to destroy all the disbelievers, saying, قال نوح رب لا تجر على الأرض من الكافرين ديارا إنك إن تذرهم يضل عبادك ولا يلد إلا فاجرا كفارا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepted the prayer of Nuh alayhi salam. The case was closed. He brought the judgment on the disbelievers in the form of a flood. He ordered Nuh alayhi salam to build an ark with his knowledge and instructions. One day the nation was hit by a calamity. Water was pouring from everywhere. It was coming down from the sky and rising from the ground. The believers of Nuh alayhi salam quickly boarded the ship, including pairs of animals and insects. When everyone was on the ship safely, Nuh alayhi salam saw his son running for shelter. He called to his son and told him to quickly get onto the ship, on which he replied, "I'll go on the mountain and I'll be safe." Nuh alayhi salam's son ignored the call of his father for his whole entire life. And that day, that moment too, he refused to listen to his father. Unfortunately, he was one of the disbelievers. The guidance is a blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Not everyone gets it. Even the own son of Nuh alayhi salam was one of the disbelievers. So we should be proud that we are a Muslim. Jazakallah.
Takbir. Inshallah, we have the last brother, and he says it's going to be very short. So they appreciate your patience, and inshallah we'll have the adhan right after he's done. This is Brother Saad. Correct?
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Saad, and since my friends have covered almost everything, I will just give a brief message about what Nuh alayhi salam has told us in his life. So the message is mainly that you should always follow the path of Allah and never give up, no matter how many doubts other disbelievers give you. You should just think how naive they are to listen to Shaitan and his ways. And you should always follow the path of Allah, and you will find success, inshallah. Jazakallah.
Takbir. This was probably just a summary of everything that was said. May Allah inshallah put the blessing in these young men, inshallah. And may Allah also give you the blessing for your patience. Inshallah, after the salah, we'll have the announcement of the first, second, third. And I do appreciate your patience again. Sorry it took a little longer than we expected. But mashallah, we had more today than we had before. So next time, inshallah, we'll address it accordingly. Do you want him to line up for food now, or?